Friday, April the 21st, 2017, and this is your Barbados Today morning update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, Barbadians, already heavily taxed and burdened by the high cost of living, are bracing themselves to see if next month's budgetary proposals would provide any ease in their pockets. A committee which met on Tuesday under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Francis Stewart to discuss the proposals regarding the fiscal deficit and foreign exchange reserves revealed that the budget was likely to be presented before the end of next month. While the meeting did not speak specifically to the taxes, members of the two social partnership groups that formed the committee were told that some of the proposals made in their reports would be addressed in the budget. The National Union of Public Workers is warning of possible industrial action if government's decision to extend the garbage collection arrangement with the private waste haulers beyond this month's deadline is not reviewed to its satisfaction. Acting General Secretary of the NUPW, Delcia Burke, tells Barbados Today the executive will hold an emergency meeting shortly and then have talks with the SSA's management before deciding on its next course of action. Burke said the union, which was always against the program, was now very unhappy with the extension, having been previously told by management it would only last 6 months.
We objected that from the beginning. The government went ahead and they did their thing and promised that they would last for 6 months. The last thing we heard when we spoke to management sanitation is that they would finish by last weekend. So we are not happy that that decision has been rescinded and that the government has now decided to extend the program. I'm not even sure for how long, but we are not happy that they have agreed to extend the program.
The country's worrying low foreign exchange reserves could take a further blow from the construction of the US $100 million Hyatt-centric resort on Bay Street, the city, at least in the immediate term. And that's according to social activist David Commercion, in a strong retort to criticisms by two government ministers that his legal challenge to the construction of the 15-story structure was nothing more than political self-aggrandizement which stood in the way of the country's progress. Commercion was unapologetic, challenging the ministers to explain how the process of having Mark Maloney construct a hotel at Bay Street, St. Michael, would boost Barbados' reserves of foreign exchange. In sports now, West Indies and Pakistan will clash today in Jamaica in the first game of their 3-match test series. Windies captain Jason Holder would be endeavoring to stop Pakistan from winning their maiden test series in the Caribbean. West Indies have recalled Kieran Powell for today's test, while newcomers Shimron Hetmyer and Vishwal Singh could make their debuts in a reshaped top order on the back of strong performances during the tour game. Holder says the Sabina pitch appears to be just what his team wanted.
You know, it's similar to what we asked for, you know. We asked for some pitches now with some grass and some life in them, you know. Hopefully our faster boys can get the ball in the right area and, you know, extract whatever there is on the surface, you know. For us, as I said before, we just need to be consistent. You know, I think the squad that we have is a very good squad, you know, it's a young squad and guys have been doing well in first class cricket. It's just about transitioning that into the international circuit now and, you know, being consistent here.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Who call and get your yams and potatoes? Wait, my girl, how you want to see for long?
I can't how you keeping, but you don't sell the nation paper no more.
But that paper ain't selling. This month now we stop selling that. Look, one time I would have made a little dollar on the Sunday sun. But when Sunday night, I still trying to get the weather there.
Well, you know you can't call that the Sunday sun no more. You gotta call that Sunset News. Call at no time that news stale.
People complain that them ain't got nothing in it to read and the price keep going up all the time. A woman abused me so sick the other day, telling me that she does read Barbados today online for free. I can't take that abusing soul, so I switched to my potatoes and yams.
Well, let me tell you, if pork selling, you got to raise pigs. How much for the yams?
Oh, 75 cents a pound.
But that's cheaper than that stale news. Give me...
How much you want?
£1.
Only only a pound. Anyhow, these eating real good. Let me wrap them up for you. Come.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back with news from the region now. St. Lucian Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Alan Chastanet will deliver the estimates of expenditure of just over $1.5 billion next Wednesday. It will follow the official opening of the second session of the 11th Parliament set for 10 a.m. the day before.
He is scheduled to table a $1.5 billion fiscal package and has already indicated that there will be no salary cuts for public officers. He is expected to announce initiatives to create jobs and spur foreign direct investment. Government Senior Communications Advisor Nicole MacDonald says the presentation of the estimates of expenditure will follow April 25th's throne speech by the Governor-General. At $1,513,652,200, the 2017-2018 estimates of expenditure are just over $118,000 more than the 2016 estimates.
On the international scene, Russia's Supreme Court has ruled that Jehovah's Witnesses are an extremist organization and must disband and hand over all property to the state. The religious grouping confirmed the ruling about its liquidation in Russia. A spokesman for the witnesses said they were greatly disappointed by this development and deeply concerned about how it would affect their religious activity. Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia have 30 days to submit their appeal for consideration by a 3-person panel. And finally, the United Nations has expressed concern over the recent developments in Venezuela and urged the government and the opposition to make all efforts to lower tensions and prevent further clashes. Speaking to reporters in New York, UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric called on all parties to engage sincerely to reactivate dialogue efforts.
We're concerned at the latest developments in Venezuela and urge that all efforts be made to lower tensions and prevent further clashes. We call on the government of Venezuela and the opposition to engage sincerely to reactivate dialogue efforts, especially around the critical issues that they had already agreed to and to place on the agenda, namely the balance of power among the branches of the state, the electoral calendar, human rights, truth, justice, and the socioeconomic situation.
And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper email updates and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.